Yesterday in the cars, Dakar legend Nani Roma knew this year would be tricky in a new car and a new team, but Wednesday was a day to forget, losing 5 hours stranded on the stage, having punctured and used up all his spares. I have to wait for Ricardo Porrems to see if he has a spare, and if not, I have to wait for the assistance truck because there's 90k left to go and I can't go on like this. Sadly for Nani, his teammate had no spares, so it was a long wait in the end. And so to today, stage 5, Thursday. From the bivouac in the incredible mountains around Alula, the cars prepare to launch off the start line. Remember, today is another day where the crews only get the roadbook moments before the stage to make the competition as fair and difficult for all. Dutch Toyota crew driven by Eric van Loon had been going strong in P12 overall until a roll yesterday cost them a lot of time. And mechanical problems today have seen them stop on the stage again to make running repairs. This is definitely a tough Dakar.
We fix this one first, change the tires and see what we do.
Now representing the real spirit of the Dakar, where amateurs compete against rallying career professionals, Pierre Lochom is having another dream Dakar. After finding himself as teammate to Sebastian Loeb last year, this year his Peugeot 2008 is 11th quickest today, and he's knocking on the door of the top 10 overall. Another dark horse for whom the new blind navigation rules and Saudi's blank canvas seems to have proved a blessing, Mattia Serradori in his buggy remains an impressive 6th overall. After a terrible day yesterday, plagued by punctures and navigation issues, Dakar 2020's most famous rookie had a strong day today. Fernando Alonso posting the 7th quickest time of 4 hours and 4 minutes over this spectacular landscape. Yazid Al-Rajhi is clearly benefiting from his return to driving a Toyota and to driving on home sand. The Saudi driver was leading the timings for the first 100k of today's stage, and by the end was still the best of the rest behind the leaders, 4th quickest, and remains in 4th overall. Another difficult day for 13-time winner Stefan Petterhansel. He punctured early in the stage and stopped to change the tyre, then drove on another slow puncture before stopping to change the spare. He chased Sainz, as you can see here, to the finish, but by his own admission struggled to keep up, and incredibly it really was a race to the finish. Incredible scenes as the best in the world duke it out over the dunes. We finished the last 30k like a motocross race, all side by side, which was nice, but it was physically tough. Lots of impacts, not good for the car, not good for an old man, it rattles the bones.
C'est mauvais pour la voiture, c'est pas bon pour les bonhommes, ça nous secoue quand même bien.
And so to Nasser Al Attiyah, throwing it sideways down the dune. And as you can see, his Toyota Hilux 4x4 could not keep up with Sainz's mini buggy. Brilliant stuff. Despite a good attack, he was still 3 minutes slower in the end and 2nd quickest, 2nd overall.
The road is for the buggy, not for the 4x4, but okay, we try, keep going without any problem, except we have one flat tires last 5 kilometers, but we decide just to continue.
Incredible pictures when you bear in mind Sainz started 6 minutes behind Petterhansel and 3 behind Al Attiyah. After 400k, he's racing side by side with his rivals. Unbelievable. 18 Dakar wins between them, fighting it out over the Arabian dunes. Sainz took the lead halfway through and kept it to the flying finish, meaning that Spanish legend became the first driver to score 2 stage wins on Dakar 2020. We decided to attack after the neutral zone. We lost some time in one place, but then we managed to catch up with Nasser, and then the three cars were just battling it out together, flat out. An instant classic stage that will be remembered for a long time, and it's El Matador that came out on top, Al Rajhi and Terranova not far behind. And that extends Sainz's lead at the top of the leaderboard, gapping Al Attiyah and Peter Hansel after covering a third of the Dakar 2020 distance.
Onto the SSVs, and a bad day for the overall leader Jose Antonio Hinojo, the Spaniard losing over 35 minutes as he slipped down to 5th overall. But one of the performances of the day was for local hero Salah El Saif, the Saudi driver flying to a great 4th fastest time, his best performance so far. Chaleco Lopez though has been struggling over the past few days, the title holder settling for 9th spot today, although he's still 3rd overall. A charging Aaron Domzala taking the stage victory, his 2nd of the Dakar. The pole is absolutely flying, but lost time in other stages means he's outside the top 10. And this is the new leader, Sergei Karyakin, showing great consistency as he came 5th again today. For just 1 minute and 10 seconds the lead for Karyakin over Casey Curry, and Chaleco is not far behind.
Are you ready? Because we're not here to play games. 50, 50, 50. You have to be under 50. You only want to win the race. No, it's 50. Oh no, it's 30. You're not in shape today. What? You're not in shape? Yes, I feel you're tired. No, I'm not tired. I'm just scared of breaking the car. Well, yesterday as well, but you drove like a madman. Today you're more cautious. There's nothing at all. I just saw it. 30. Focus. Stay focused. François, you have to stay focused. No, you tell me truck and this and that. I look left, I look right. Well, look, it's 30.
Car's running. We just need one more spare tyre. Today we've had a tough day. Really tough day. Hey Patrick! Hello! How's your day? Loving it. Dakar baby! Dakar baby!
He was the surprise winner of the very first stage on Saudi Arabian soil, the first overall leader from Lithuania.
I knew that this car should be faster, but I never had this expectation. This was beyond imagination. Dakar is a big event for any motorsport enthusiast and driver, so to have a stage win is kind of crazy, you know.
But reality rapidly struck back.
You have some sand, you have some fast sections, you have some rocky sections, and the first day we were lucky to balance that. And further on, it's becoming more of a challenge. So I think we need to calm down a little bit, because otherwise, you know, the car will not last.
Back to basics for Zala, who is followed by an entire nation.
Dakar is a brand, name, and I would say the sport number 2 in Lithuania.
The other sport being basketball. Like many in the car race, the Lithuanian's career started in traditional rally.
I think I was too young and too focused on pure speed, and classic running is that. And Dakar is more of a wisdom game. It requires a lot of qualities that sometimes the young person doesn't attend to, but now it's become really enjoyable.
And once again, Zala shares his mini with his friend Saulius.
I have a really crazy co-driver, and somehow the vibe goes well. So we try to keep the mood up and enjoy the process as well.
The spirits are high, and the Dakar has become a big part of the life of Vaidota Sala.
It takes me all year to connect all the dots to get here. Then we have 2 weeks to prove how we prepared our homework, and then we go back and we do it again.
The 32-year-old prefers to remain quiet on his objective.
I have like a suspicion that if you talk about your result, it's not going to happen. So I prefer to keep it to myself.
After 5 stages, Zala is currently 12th overall, his best performance so far.
Great to see the trucks at full stretch. The Tatra of Martin Soltis had a tough run, but he remains 9th overall. Pascal Debar in his Renault was also off the pace a little today on the sandy, bumpy tracks, but stays in 8th. Janus von Kusteren's fight back from earlier tech trauma is stalling a little. The De Roy crew are 6th overall. It's looking increasingly unlikely that Eduard Nikolaev will continue his winning streak this year. As we speak, the Russian crew are still in the desert making repairs on that stricken truck. Alice Laprice and his team in their Tatra are a little off the pace of the leaders, 23 minutes deficit at the finish, 5th on the stage, 4th overall. Siahe Vyazovic is still pushing, having relinquished his lead, 4th quickest on the stage, but considerably slower than the Kamaz fleet. Andrei Karganov safely retains the lead, working together with his teammates, coming in 3rd quickest on the stage and leads overall by nearly 15 minutes. Anton Shibolov was leading the stage for much of the way, looking for a 2nd consecutive stage win. In the end, he was 2nd quickest on the stage and moves up into 2nd overall, displacing Vyazovic. At 4 hours and 12 minutes, incredibly only 20 minutes slower than the cars, a stage win for Dmitry Sotnikov and a Kamaz 1-2-3, despite his position in 7th overall, 2 hours behind his leading teammates' total time. Stage 6 represents a massive challenge. Not only is it a change of scenery back to all sand and dunes, a throwback to the classic Dakar stages in the Sahara, but also the longest stage of the rally so far. Quite daunting, bearing in mind there will once again be no time to prep the roadbook in advance. The road to the capital, Riyadh, will not be easy. Who will make it to the rest day safely? Join us tomorrow when Dakar 2020 continues.